this video. Gonna do a little light language, little energy share, inflow energy share. Hopefully that'll stay. This is meant to be felt, not necessarily understood on a linear level. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna go into flow. I'm just gonna kind of feel into where I wanna go with this. My intention is the highest levels of love, light, unity, consciousness, benevolence for all. And as we sit within these higher streams of consciousness, as we allow these frequencies to come in and play, to whistle, to whip around our hair, to allow us to find laughter and joy in our hearts, we remember our reasons, our course of action. We remember and recognize what course of action we need to take to find joy, to find love, to find compassion. And as we allow these streams of consciousness coming from the planets, from the sun, which is a conscious being, just as your Mother Earth is a conscious, interacting, involving, evolving, dimensional, multi-dimensional being, as are you. All that is flowing in is assisting in expanding the consciousness field that we are existing from within. And as we lay to rest that which no longer allows us to be our best, to step our best foot forward, we allow ourselves to find our footing, to find our stabilization, to remember that which we are stepping into. My phone keeps sliding. And that which we have stepped into has already begun, has been spun. And yet we are also in the process of weaving as we are receiving. The more that we open, the more that we respond to that which we are receiving, the less the deceiving energies that have stepped on us before from one perspective are able to keep a foothold. As we recognize that the footnotes that we have been gifted, that we have been given, are not complete, we begin to read between the lines. We begin to recognize the lines that have been crossed. And we recognize those lines that we are in the process of crossing over, crossing through, stepping through and stepping up into our higher consciousness levels, coming out of division and moving into a ringing of truth and higher responsibility, higher ability to respond to the higher frequencies that are transmuting, that are transmitting through us as transmitters. For we are receptors, we are receptacles, so to speak, for the higher truths and higher knowings. We are being invited to open and expand into a higher receptivity, a higher vantage point that gives us the advantage that is needed to move in and out of this lower democracy. This is a play on words. So I'm gonna have to go back in and write this up, but it's a demo. Crassy. I'm hearing like demolishing in the cracks, a demolition derby, but also what was seen as democracy is shifting as well. We put a spin on these words, for all that you have known in your vocabulary is shifting and changing. All that you have known in your history is shifting and changing. For as you move together in this new frequency, committing to, play on words, these higher frequency intakes, taking in more and expressing more from a higher baseline. All that does not fit, all that is not uplifting will be unlifted, will be unveiled, will go into lift off, and all that is underneath it will be exposed, so to speak. A false framework of archaic democracy that no longer fits the new democratic, and again, all of this is play on words, expression of compassion. We invite you to line up with what it is that you seek to see. We invite you to feel into the space behind what it is that you are seeing. We invite you to see and feel behind the space that you are viewing, seeing. Feel into what is beneath it all, what is behind it all, what is above it all. For as you feel into your expression, as you feel into your new modes, your new methods of communication, you allow yourself to focus in on the expansive expression that you are capable of, that you are becoming, that you have already stepped into, and are in some cases just recognizing. These extrasensory capabilities that you are all activating in this now moment are vast, are beyond the comprehension in a human vocabulary